the biggest misconception about building the business, and that is you have to have all the answers. I talk to a lot of folks, talk to them about building a business so they can build a legacy and they can become hero makers. And they pause. Well, I want to learn some things first. And I ask why. And here's why. They want to be the all-knowing person. So when they bring someone in, they have this complex of, let me huddle my arms around you and take care of you. That's not what this is. Glenn didn't build that for us. What Glenn built was for us to bring people in, and are you ready? To say to folks that come in, hey, what ideas do you have? How can you help us build this thing better, gooder, stronger? And then now they have ownership and they feel like they belong. I watch the leaders here and the ones that got 3,000, 5,000, 7,000, 10,000 plus people in their organization. And they have this one thing in common that others don't. Folks that have 1,000 or 500 or 300 or 10 or 0. They have this one trait that others don't. Stay with me for a second, please. This could radically change the way you look at building a business. Back in July of 1989, Flight 232, normal day, everything about it was normal. As they were over Iowa, something tragic happened to that plane. Now, I'm not going to read it to you and read all the details. You can go look it up yourself. That's not important. What's important is this was an event that was so catastrophic, they don't even train for it. There's no reason to train for it because it's so catastrophic. Let's not waste our time training on this because this plane's not going to land. It's just not going to happen. It was 1 in a billion chance that this happened. So when the plane started to go crazy, the captain first said, I got it. He later said those were the stupidest 3 words he could have ever had said because he didn't have it. And then as things, and I'm not going to get in all the details, like I said, you can go look it up. It's an amazing story. It'll keep you on the edge of your seat the whole time, no kidding. But as the story goes on, there was a gentleman in first class that actually trained pilots on scenarios like this. And he walked into the cockpit. But before he walked into the cockpit, the captain, the all-knowing person that should know everything that we all look to and say, please give us the answer, he said to the group of people, does anybody have any ideas? And that saved them. And then it gets even better. The gentleman that walked into the cockpit that was in first class, he said, tell me what you want and I'll help you. Instead of being the all-knowing, let me tell you what we need to do, everybody became vulnerable. They literally set 3 of them shoulder to shoulder. Now jump to the end. There were 285 people on board, 185 people lived. They try to recreate that and see if they could land it in a simulator. And all 28 times, it crashed miserably. They had no survivors in the simulator. Why? Here's the secret sauce that you need to know. And I hope this makes you feel like, wow, I can build like Brent. I can build like Gene. I can build like Jay. You ready? Vulnerability. Here's the captain, the all-knowing one, looks to his team and says, does anybody have any ideas? Boom. Everybody was a part of the solution now. Everybody jumped in to fix this thing. That's why when you're building depth with us and you're building relationship after relationship after relationship after relationship and you're telling them all, hey, anybody have any ideas? You build one of the most strongest, powerful units in the world, and you don't have to be Mr. or Mrs. All-Knowing. I know everything. Come to me. I've got all the answers. I've seen some of the greatest trainers ever train and train and train and train, and they can't get 1 person on their team. They might get lucky and get 10. And it always baffles me because I'm thinking if I had that training, if I knew that knowledge and that training, but that's the problem. The people around you don't grow. You build dependency. I study the leaders of this company, and one of them is always kind of doing this. What he's saying is like, I don't know, I can't believe I'm up here. Can't believe I got this many people on my team too. Can't believe y'all are following me around. One of them's got a little bit of a nervous laugh when you hear it. It's like, I'm shocked I'm here too. I'm shocked that I'm the one with this many people in my organization. I watch them, I study them, pay attention. It's not them having all the answers. And that's what Glenn has built for us. See all the trainings there. We have FastCap, it's amazing. You don't have to know everything, but here's what FastCap can't do. Here's what AI can't do. Here's what all the training can't do. Are you ready? Let people know they belong. That's it. Once they know they belong and like, does anybody have any ideas? Think about the power of the statement that captain said that saved 185 people. Absolutely amazing. And it's still talked about like we have no idea how they even got that plane on the ground in one piece, let alone save 185 people. And then, like I said, the gentleman that walked in, he could have easily said, hey, everybody do this. And then no one would have came up with solutions to fix it. That's why Glenn has built an organization of 90,000 people. I watch him. He doesn't stand up as the all-knowing, let me share with everybody how great I am. And the dude's brilliant. He could easily say that and we'd be like, yes, sir. But he doesn't. You just gotta be vulnerable. Bring people onto your organization now. When the least you know, the better. And I'll explain that later. But I watch it happen all the time. The least you know, the better. The more you care, go get yours. I'm definitely getting mine.